today I took two trades, one loser and one break even, and horrible day overall. Yeah, I could have. It actually hit 3R on this one, but didn't take profit on that. And this completely not in the plan. So, both on following the plan and following trade management rules, did pretty horrible. So pivots were all a bit bullish across the board. So TPO was higher also. So everything is higher relationship. But there was a little gap down, and then it's kind of been consolidating here. So I liked this high volume node ledge right here at 7406, and I wanted it to come down and test this before running up. But yeah, so that was pretty much my main plan here today, 7406. And then if it does come down even further, I wanted to take this demand zone here at 7393, which also aligns with this L3 level here. So I wanted to along this area here or this area, preferably this area, because it's a nice high volume node ledge, but it was already bouncing during pre-market hours, so there was that. So what happens is that pre-market it bounces, but I wanted to come down and hit this again before running back up, but it doesn't. And it comes down to 7409, about 3 points away from the level, and then just starts rallying up. So pretty much my plan did not work out. Well, it never came back down and then rallied, even if it did pre-market. So I'm kind of left with nothing now, because it rallied so fast up into value area high. But because basically all my plans are voided now, now I start doing free-for-all, going out and looking for random things, I guess. So even if it didn't open inside value, I decide that value area high is a key level here. Although I did say in pre-market that it was going in and out in value area low, so I don't know. I don't think these value area low and value area high level was a key level anyways. But yeah, it rallied right through. And then I started looking for short at value area high, because I don't know. I don't know why. Well, that's because I saw a 2-minute delta divergence here with a bunch of buyers here stuck up there. And then it kind of came back in here and then starts rejecting. What I said was that I wanted to wait for a CVD hidden divergence, and I knew it wasn't a level, so I wanted to really make sure that it was reacting there, but I didn't, so that's another problem. Even if this wasn't my plan, I shouldn't have entered right away. I should have entered after it retested, formed a CVD hidden divergence here, and then entered. But I did not. So one, I should have not taken it because it wasn't in my plan. But two, even if it wasn't my plan, I should have waited and I should have been patient. But didn't adhere to both of those and got stopped out pretty quickly. What I see here actually contributes to the next trade, but it comes down and forms a delta divergence kind of, yeah, delta divergence on the 2-minute here, although it doesn't quite finish like that. But yeah, so I see that it comes down, bounces back up, and then it finally breaks above and stops me out. So now I see that right here it's forming a delta divergence on the 2-minute, right there. As it came back and tested value area high, right here. So it breaks above, comes back and tests 74.23, and it kind of forms a B shape here with the 2-minute delta divergence, with a bunch of sellers being stuck here. And so I liked that, and this wasn't in my plan either, but I took it long anyways. Theoretically, it would have been a break of value area high and then a retest back in, break and retest, and then a long. So 2 minute ends as a delta divergence, and I get in with one contract along. And I kind of justify this saying that it bounced off of high volume node ledge here, 7406, which is part of my plan, and then I'm looking for any sort of pullback to get long here to eventually break above previous all-time highs and then up to H3. So that was kind of my thesis there, which honestly isn't bad because it bounced from 7406 to the ledge of that high volume node, which is 7427. But yeah, expecting a continuation of that rally was maybe a little too much. But technically it's not part of the plan, so I shouldn't have taken that. But it was a good pullback, so it actually worked out for 2R, and then it starts coming back down. And at this point, I have my stop at break even, hoping that it doesn't hit break even, but because there was no real higher low that was formed before it went and hit 2R. So this is the pullback now. 7430 is a huge level here. So you can see 7430, bunch of absorption here, huge buying delta, and it hits it again and increases to 1,000 lots here, 1,000 delta, 1,200, and 1,300, and it just keeps going, 1,500, and it stays here for a while, 2,000, 3,000, and it seemed like it was going to go down, but I was holding, and you see here the delta divergence, but yeah, 1,600 there, but it eventually holds and goes up. So this is the pullback, this is the higher low, and I'm waiting for it to hit 3R. Technically, the 3R is here, but I aimed for 44, which is 17 points, 4.5R. In hindsight, I should just target 3R, but that's another problem. So, one, I shouldn't have taken this. At least, I should have had a plan for it before I took this. Maybe a value area high break and retest, but I mean, I kind of justify it by saying it's a continuation of the bounce from here, but I don't know if that's really justifiable here. But that's mistake number one. But mistake number two is that I guess I got greedy and started taking it off at 3R. I was trying to go for H3 here, which is a technical level. So it's about, it rallies to about 3 points shy of 44 here. Comes up to 41, almost 42. But I see that there's a lot of sellers coming in. And some sort of pullback starting to happen. And I didn't really want to hold through a pullback here, especially about 3 points away from my target. So I was saying maybe I should just get out at 3R, which is 39. And rather than trying to hold for 2 more points through a pullback. When it hits 39, I have my mouse button on the sell button, but I never click it. And now it's under 39, so I can't get out now, right? And I'm just in emotional distress all the way through this huge sell-off, and I get stopped up. So yeah, I probably should have taken off at 39 after I started pulling back. But yeah, but I didn't, and I couldn't luck out with this, even though it did work out for 3R. It wasn't in my plan, so I guess that's my punishment, I guess. But I saw this after it formed after that huge drop. It formed a high volume 3-minute hammer, 5-minute high volume hammer. There's very nice looking hammers there, and then I see this 20 range delta divergence there, and then it was forming a CVD hidden divergence. Delta broke the lows, but price did not. So I really like that as a long setup, but at this point nothing was in my plan. I should shouldn't have taken both of them, honestly, even though this one did work out. And then after that drop, I honestly didn't know what's happening, so I decided to not take that long. Although, I guess I could have over here. But, yeah, he eventually hit H3, just not after stopping me out. And it seems like it's gone for R1 now. If I hit 2R for this, yeah, maybe it would have hit. That wouldn't have hit there. But eventually it would have. But I'd probably be going for a 3R anyway, so probably still be in it. But either way, none of these were my plan. I need to really, I think, have a plan for, especially if I don't want to be shorting any level, some sort of break and retest plan, because I don't have that today. And yeah. I guess I could have taken this one also, but that short shouldn't have happened. The long was a little bit better, but yeah, I need to come up with alternative plans of, okay, if it doesn't hit this level and it rallies, what do I do? So yeah, not a great day overall.